Hi, guys, and welcome back to Yesterday. As you know, we were scheduled to talk about a bachelor party, a wedding, but plans have changed. And today, we will not be talking about that.
Hey, what is up, guys? Choop here. And piggybacking off what Donovan said, plans have changed. And I just want to let the viewers and listeners of So Yesterday know that So Yesterday will not be promoting the War Closet now anymore for personal reasons, to say the least. So, with that being said, let's just get right into this episode. This is season 5, episode 6 of So Yesterday. And we got a very, 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 very interesting episode in store for you guys today. And we're gonna start out starting off the episode as usual by basically talking about our week. Well, I'm gonna talk about my week because it's been 2 weeks since we did an episode. So, and then we're gonna go on and talk about the quote of the week, and then we're gonna be bringing 2 new segments into this introduction. Basically, we're gonna be talking about, for now on, we're gonna be doing a song of the week as well as a word of the week for the episode, and we're gonna get right into that as well, and then we're gonna go from there. So, all right. So basically, it's been 2 weeks since we did an episode, and a lot has happened, obviously, since we were last on here doing an episode of So Yesterday. So I'm just basically going to go and talk about how I've been doing, since we last did an episode. So to be honest, just the past few weeks, not doing an episode of So Yesterday, it was, pretty boring, man, not going to lie. I mean, I you know how much we love doing this, and how much I love doing this. I mean, every single week, man. You know how much we love talking. I mean, you guys know, the listeners and viewers of So Yesterday know that Choop loves talking, and he can go
Yeah.
on forever about stuff. So, but I'm going to talk about what I did basically the past few weeks. So last weekend was pretty boring. I mean, I really didn't do much here. I mean, pretty much what I did was, last Saturday, bro, I basically made myself a bacon, ate bacon, made myself a big whole American breakfast, dude. Bagel, eggs, sausage, bacon, the whole all American breakfast, dude. It was good. Ate that whole shit, man. It was a lot. 3 eggs, 2 pieces of sausage, a bunch of bacon. I went to town, dude. So that was good. And then I watched a little bit of college football on Saturday. Pretty boring. And then I pretty much played on my computer. Puzzle Pirates, that game, until I got ready for church. Went to church. There was nobody there. I was surprised. Well, hardly anybody at church. I'm like, where the hell is everybody? So, and then I didn't do anything Friday night. So if you guys are wondering about Lauren, no, I have not seen her. It's been 2 weeks now. I didn't do anything yesterday. So no update about Lauren, but maybe next weekend I might go to Totem Bar again, but we'll see. That's still up in the air. I mean, I just booked my flight home back to Ohio today. So I will be back home to Ohio to see you, D-Just, and all my friends. I'm really excited for that, man.
Fun? Legit.
Yeah, man. I'm so excited, man. I'll be home in Ohio from December 19th through January 4th. So a little over 2 weeks. I'm looking forward to that for sure. And just want to let you guys know ahead of time that we'll probably be taking a break from So Yesterday. We're going to do an episode next week, but the week of Thanksgiving and the week after, my dad's coming to town here to catch a can to stay with me. So we will not be doing an episode for 2 weeks. Well, we'll do one next week, but not the next 2 weeks. So just want to let you guys know ahead of time what's going on, what's in the happening. So yeah, but I will let everyone know if anything interesting happens with Lauren. Like I said, I mean, I'm pretty sure you guys are really interested now since I told that story. So I know you were making a bet. Well, not really a bet, like a challenge for me, D-Just. If I didn't get Lauren's number, you're gonna shave my whole head off of hair or something. But when I come back home, so
Yeah. And it's
yeah,
gonna be
man. So
to meet the Uncle Choop.
yeah, man. So we'll see, though. We'll see. So,
Let's see this right here. It's gonna be interesting.
but yeah, man. So I mean, that's pretty much what happened. Oh, yeah, I gotta let the viewers and listeners So Yesterday know I had my pre-flight pilot weather briefing certification exam yesterday, and I passed that with a score of 92%. Keep in mind,
Not
yeah, claps all around for all the viewers, listeners. Clap for me, celebrate. It's a very, very big accomplishment for me. I got certified in another position at work, and shout out to my trainers, Robert, Grace, and Brianna. You guys are awesome. My awesome coworkers, probably one of the best trainers I've ever had. So shout out to you guys. You're great people, great coworkers, and like I
a
said, I couldn't have passed this guys without you. So
big shout outs to those people helping my boy achieve his dreams. Shout out to you
yeah,
guys.
man, thank you. And with that certification, guys, I will get another pay raise starting next week, which I desperately need. So I'll be getting a pretty good bump in salary starting next week. I'm really looking forward to that. So, especially living in Alaska, dude.
Congratulations, man.
Thank you, man. I mean, it's been a good 2 weeks of training, and I'm so happy this is over with. Now I got to focus on in-flight 2 training, which is next, and then eventually get to in-flight 1, which won't be for a few months, maybe longer, maybe 4 months from now, but we'll get there, and I'm looking forward to that. So, yeah, that's pretty much what's been happening with me. So, without further ado, let's just get into this episode now, shall we, D-Just?
If we shall, we shall.
All right, so let's start off with our quote of the week, and I feel like this episode, I wanted to choose a quote that would be really good because, we're going to be talking, this week's episode, we're going to be talking mainly about the
Friendship.
importance of friendships. And I wanted to have the quote of the week this week to be about friendship. And this is the quote of the week from Muhammad Ali.
R.I.P.
And he said, "Friendship is the hardest thing in the world to explain. It's not something you learn in school, but if you haven't learned the meaning of friendship, you really haven't learned anything."
Facts.
I don't know about you, D-Just, but I feel like that quote is a very, very powerful quote and very, very good for this week's episode. So,
I can really relate to that quote because some people generally do not understand friendship. They have their own twist and turns of what they think in their own mind what friendship is and should be a certain way. But in reality, friendship is built off of bonds, and sometimes it doesn't even come to bonds. You just genuinely connect with that person. And I believe if trust is another big factor. But I believe that there should be no conditions on if you really are somebody's friend, you're their friend. That's my viewpoint. You
I
agree?
like it, man. I like it. I agree. Well, the word we're with the new segment for this week's episode and going forward is going to be the word of the week. And obviously, the word of the week for this episode is friendship. So,
Facts.
D-Just, what is the meaning of friendship? Pull up your definition for that, man. I know you got one.
That's a good question, Troop. But I believe friendship is when the definition of friendship is when two people have a strong bond built off trust, communication. You gotta have communication, and most importantly, you have to have a good. It locked up on me. Fact check me on that one, too.
No, you're good, man.
But anyway, I was saying you have to have a good, you know, commitment and stuff like that. Because friendship, based off of being there for each other when times get rough, and you have to be able to depend on somebody. If you have a friend, you should be able to know they're gonna come through if time gets rough. Like
Yeah,
nobody's
man, for sure.
gonna fold under pressure. Sorry, I went.
Don't be folding under pressure. Yeah, dude.
Yeah, nobody wants that.
No, dude.
The strong bond between two people. So
Well,
also,
I'm gonna say my definition of friendship. my personal definition. Pretty much, I'll be saying the same thing that you said, but I'm gonna add on that basically a true friend. I think a true friend or a best friend is someone that I feel like you just trust the most out of anyone else. Like you basically are not afraid to share your secrets or your feelings about something. For example, like say that you have a crush on a girl and you ask your friend for advice to share all these feelings, man. And I feel like you choose to trust that person, by saying that, oh, I got a crush on this girl I work with, or Lauren at Totem Bar, for example. So, and you would ask for advice, like, oh, how should I go about, asking for her number, or how should I go about talking to her, or how should I go about, you know, this situation and stuff. And it's like if you're choosing to invest your time to ask for advice from this person, your friend, someone you trust, that they're not going to go telling other people like, oh yeah, Cody, he's got a crush on this girl and he's a fucking weakling or something. No. Like, what kind of friend is that, man, to goes and talks about you behind your back and saying all this negative shit that like you just like that's not a friend, dude. It's someone who just talks bad shit about you behind your back is just fucked up in my opinion, dude. And yeah, dude, it's just not right in my opinion, and that's not a true friend. But I feel like a true friend would listen, would want to, will do anything to listen, to help you through a tough situation and stuff. And that's just my important definition of a friend.
And I'm going
So
to now add some good friendships that include characteristics such as companionship. Friends are comfortable with each other, share common values and interests, can sense when something's wrong, and are supportive on good and bad days. And these characteristics, such as respect, acceptance, help, trust, loyalty, mutuality, and re- uh, blah. Okay, I'm just gonna, chill out with that. With the last,
I like that, man. I like it.
for the most part, you get it. You get it. But yeah, those are some characteristics that everybody looks for in friendships and stuff like that. But what you got next, Troop?
Well, we're gonna start another important topic. Well, not really a topic. Another addition to the introduction. We're gonna be talking about what the song of the week is. So, what is the song of the week for this week's episode, D Just?
Today's song week is Green Day. Know Your Enemy.
I like it. I like that.
So check it out. But most of you guys probably heard it by now. It's a classic oldie, but it's a classic.
I like it, dude. I like it. So yeah, we're gonna be talking about a song of the week for future episodes as well as word of the week. So obviously, you guys know the word of the week for this week's episode is friendship. So now we're going to talk about what the difference between a friend and acquaintance is, because there's obviously a difference between those two words. Because a lot of people say that some people have a lot of acquaintances and stuff, and it's like there's a difference. Obviously, I mean,
Yeah,
for the most part, I can tell you this: an acquaintance is pretty much easy definition in layman's terms. An acquaintance is basically someone that you know.
yeah.
It
Just
could be some guy, the janitor at fucking
uh-huh.
like say you go to a restaurant
Every
like
day
a
you see
lot.
today.
You see people every day, yeah. Say the janitor at fucking McDonald's or something.
Yeah.
So go there once a week. And you see the same guy working. You just say, "Hey, what's up? How you doing today?" And they're like, "Good, how are you?" I'm like, "Yeah." I consider those people acquaintances because you're not really close to them in like
You
a personal way. You
ah,
just know their name, you know what they do, you see them once a week or something or whatever. Like those are acquaintances for in pretty much
that's
layman's terms.
cool. Like we used to see everybody doing the heads up things, and you would think,
Yeah.
oh, that means I'm so
What's
close to
up?
that.
Yeah.
Oh no,
What's
no.
up? What's
Just
up?
analogy and
Acknowledge. I love the head nods, man. What's up?
yeah,
What's
head
up?
not class. Up.
Or maybe it's people you see every day. Like shit. Coworkers can be acquaintances.
Oh yeah.
People you work with. in your job. I mean, you see them pretty much every day.
I mean, you're gonna be inviting them back home afterwards. Those people give you headaches all day. You think you about to be inviting Joe, Billy, Bob Jr. at your house after you get done after a 24-hour shift?
24-hour shift is pushing it, but
Yeah, I mean, I'm just an example. But you're 9 to 5.
9 to 5, man. I remember those days working a dead end job before I do the job now. Oh god, those times were fucking insane. Yeah, man. So yeah, there's a difference between acquaintances and friends, man. Friends, you want to do stuff with. You want to hang out with them. You want to be with them. You want to go out drinking. You want to go have dinner. Go have lunch one day. Talk.
Stuff like that.
Enjoy each other's company.
Yes. But I definitely think there's a huge difference between a best friend and a friend. Because
Best friend.
friends pull that shit where they'll cancel on you at the last minute and won't give you a reason why, won't give two fucks about it. Now, I hold best friends at so many levels when they do that shit. Because when you're my best friend, when we are going down, you're supposed to be right there with me if shit hits the fan. I mean, because you're my best friend. Like,
Yeah,
seriously,
dude.
like my bullshit at that point, and I'm quoting Kevin Hart, is your bullshit. Like, we in this together, man. What do you mean you ain't gonna be on me if the shit hits the fan? You ride or die. We team ride or die. So it's
Ride
like,
or die, man.
like
Yes.
we
I
gonna
like
live
it.
here tomorrow, but you gotta be ride or die, man. Like, so you know,
I like it, dude.
it's separate, but it makes sense and it fits this episode so well because all the crap it's weird how you got dragged into this, but we live and we learn. But life will go on, and we will all live to see the next day, as always. Yep,
I like it, man. I
I do.
like how you worded that, man. That was very, very, very good how you worded that. I'm very impressed. I agree with your definition. I like it a lot. So yeah, man, we need people that will be that ride or die. So because I really like that quote, man. Ride or die. If you're not with me, you're
You're
against
again.
me. Yeah. No.
Yep.
Like we don't need a lot of enemies in our lives, man. I feel
We
like
sure don't.
everybody deserves to have at least that one friend, that best friend.
Uh huh.
Everybody. It doesn't matter who the fuck you are. You need deserve to have that person, dude, no matter what. So
Yeah. End of the day, that's all I really want is that one person that shit hits the fan. Look, they're coming for us. All right, ride or die. You gotta go this way. Go that way. All right, I see you at the middle down the road. I mean, nobody wants no Takashi 69 person who's gonna snitch and give you up to the feds and all that stuff. Shout out to Takashi, no disrespect, but you know how it is. We don't want bad energy in our circles. I mean, we're trying to elevate ourselves to be the best version of ourselves we can be, and me and you, we both been through the dark days of having all this hurdles. We've been through that. We're trying to get all past that now. We built Soy Yesterday up from the bottom, okay? The bottom.
yeah,
We
man.
first started at that fucking Taco Bell. That fucking Taco Bell, Chew. If you think for 1 second I'm about to give up this podcast now, when we started season 1, mind you, at that fucking Taco Bell. Shout out to Taco Bell, love you. But no, it's not going down like that, G. We started out with practically nothing. We still got nothing. No endorsement deals, no nothing. But our message is getting louder every single episode. So it's like, yeah.
Well, yeah, man. I shit. I remember that day at fucking Taco Bell, and when I first came with the idea to you. I brought the idea up. I was just like, dude, you know what I want to do, and you're like, what? You know what? I want to start a podcast.
Mm-hmm.
Are you in? And
Right.
like, I'm like, dude, you know how much I like talking. I mean, I'm pretty sure the viewers and listeners of So Yesterday, who's been the true OGs from the very beginning, who have been listening to us, since season one, know how much Choop loves talking and how much he can go on forever and ever. So, I mean, I enjoy talking. I mean, I like talking to, you know, doing this on here. I mean, I might not be the most outgoing person outside the podcast, but on here, I mean, I'm not afraid to speak my mind. I'm not afraid to say, my feelings about how I feel about something. I mean, shit, if it gets us canceled, then that's on me. So,
Us. We should have been canceled 2 seasons back, but they ain't got around to it. They must have a long list of people they are canceling right now. But yesterday, here also yesterday, we talk our bullshit, we talk our shit, and most importantly, ain't no way in hell you gonna mute our opinions. I mean, we gonna find a way to get our opinion out. No, one way or fucking other. We gonna find a way. It may not come when you want to, but we get it in the way we want to. We've been saying for all these seasons, So Yesterday's a place you can talk and tell your feelings. It's a safe place. I think we do a good job of covering every single subject. We've covered, courage, faith, you name it. We've named,
yeah.
and we're non-discriminatory either. We don't care what the topic is. We'll cover it in our own way. So it might take us a fucking day to research it.
Right?
A little bit too
Right,
much,
dude?
but real talk, like we're the most up, up normal people in the world, down to earth normal people in the world. We cover pretty much everything you can think of. So,
Yeah, I feel like that's what makes our podcast very unique.
mhm.
And, we're not afraid to talk about anything. I like how we can talk about pretty much anything. Like, we're not set to, like, talking about, sports, etc. Stuff like that, like a single topic. Like, we're all over the place. We can talk about stories,
Yep.
mental health. I know we talked about the importance of mental health. I mean, mental health is very, very important, and
Yeah.
I can't stress that enough about how important it is about mental health is these days, especially how people we live our lives. Like some people are going through like the worst shit about, yeah, imaginable, dude, and it's like that's why we feel that's how I feel like mental health is important. I mean, I don't know about you, dude.
It really is. And the fact that we're not afraid to mess up. I know so many podcasts out there to edit all their shit out, but we're just like, you know what? We're human. They can hear our fuck ups. We're not gonna be like these podcasts out there to aim for perfections. It's just like here I am. You're gonna either take me or not like me. This is how this fucking shit's gonna be in there. Like if this is a major concern, we're gonna take care of it. But this is not going to be one of them podcasts. It's just like pure perfection, okay? Because our lives is not like that. It's not pure
Yeah,
perfection.
dude.
So like as we see this podcast evolve, we see how much work we actually put into it. And it's kind of cool, I think about it now. Because like you see a progress being built. And, I really admire it. It's interesting.
Hey, you know what? Going off what you just said, I feel like each episode we do just, I mean, I think I've noticed this season on season five that I feel like each episode we've done so far this season has gotten better and better each time, not gonna lie. Ever
Yeah.
since we started putting these episodes on YouTube, I feel like, we're getting those views up and stuff, and I'm liking how we started the YouTube channel and whatnot, than
Yeah.
just going audio only, so.
I see. The thing is, just like the best movie made, I think so far has been audio, YouTube, audio, YouTube. Because I think about it, people always are curious about who's behind the voice, right?
Yes, dude.
Kind of like shows you're untaking. Like, okay, here's a better retrospect. You're ripping a band-aid off of the person. You're revealing the mask, basically. Like how in Scooby Doo they reveal the character,
Yeah.
and it's like I knew it was that person. We're kind of doing that in our own little way. So like you're finally getting to see the face behind the voice. So it's like all those seasons we had audio, we never put a face on the person. Now we are doing that, and it's very intriguing to all the listeners because they get to see what kind of outfit we're wearing. They get to see who's the fashion trender, who likes to dress up,
Yes, dude.
who's casual, who's So it's like,
Yeah, man.
it's
Who's the guy who cusses a lot?
yeah. Okay. We got one person here thinking he cusses more than another person. Well, we don't. We know who does. Cussing.
The
Shit.
cussing man, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm sure, man. The viewers and listeners of So Yesterday should know by now that we
Go
tend to
back.
cuss a lot.
Go back to one. Uh,
This ain't no PG podcast. This is a PG-13 to rated R podcast.
and
Mostly
FYI,
a rated R podcast because say fuck so many times, dude.
shit. We say all of it. But you know what? I'm going back to say this. If you have soft feelings, if you can't take hard jokes, this is not the podcast for you. If you can't take my words, and if I offended anybody out there, so be it. My podcast, our podcast, we made this our own way. And
Hey, man, you're talking about that, about just saying that about the stuff that we say. Well, there's the saying, man. It's a joke, not a dick. Don't take it so hard.
yeah.
Have you heard that one before, dude?
Oh,
That was a PG-13, dude. That was.
fuck.
Sorry, I just had to say that, man.
I like it. No, I like it.
I bet you weren't expecting me to say that, so.
Yeah, no.
I bet the viewers and listeners still yesterday were not expecting me to say that this episode, but they're chooping radar, man, as always. So.
And you're earning your cuss points right now. You're trying to scale me right now. And you're doing a good job right now because I'm not thinking all hard like that. But you know what? This is a real important fact. We mesh really good together. Like we both make So Yesterday special in our own ways. So when we teamed up, it was a good ass idea. So I definitely think because we tried doing shows individually, it never works out.
Yeah, man, that time I was gone, dude, I know it was completely different.
Yeah.
The time I was when I first moved to Alaska, dude, how the show went on, I don't know, man. I heard it was a lot different, so.
Yeah, it was different. I mean, don't get me wrong. Shout out to Kate, Lady K. We had a couple banger episodes, but the theme was different. But it's always great to go back to the original form.
Yeah, dude, I like it.
No place like home.
Yeah, right? No place like home. I love it.
Yeah.
Well, I like how we went about that. We started talking about friendship, and I like how we brought up, this, how we did the podcast. I like it, D-Just.
Oh yeah.
But before we got into that, that tangent, but hey, it was a good tangent, not gonna lie. But back on topic, D-Just. Back on topic.
Excellent topic.
I know we were talking about how I know you mentioned stuff about the vibe. We need good vibes and stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, imagine we were friends with somebody, not best friends. Imagine you were friends with somebody that was just that they were like I said, they weren't best friends. Like you hung out with them, I feel like every few weeks or something. And every time you hung out, they were just being completely negative about and talking bad shit or just talking negative about everything. Oh, we're not gonna have a good time at the going out tonight. This bar, we're gonna end. Not gonna talk to any women. We're not gonna, we're just gonna be staying alone by ourselves. We're not gonna get laid or blah 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 stuff like that. Can you imagine having a friend with somebody who's constantly negative about everything?
Honestly,
Have we ever had a friend like that? Have we ever had a friend like that, D-Just?
Probably so.
I mean, the only person I can think of that was pretty negative that we hung out with.
Anthony Soldier.
Anthony, yes. How'd you know? He would fuck. Oh my god! Remember the times we used to hang out with him?
Yeah,
With me, you, CJ, and he'd always be fucking negative about everything.
Okay, let me do one impersonation of him real quick.
Yeah, go for it.
God, CJ, why do you have to do that? That's ignorant. Come on now. Oh, I remember he told me this once. He's like, Donovan, what would your mom think about that? It's rap music, bro. I mean, the way that they're grading these women right now in these lyrics, it's rap music, bro. Come on. No,
He's like, you shouldn't be listening to that kind of rap. You should be listening to
that's your
Christian rap. Christian rap.
Christian. I mean, don't get me wrong. I got a couple Christian rappers I like now because of him, but still, like, at the time, like, I'm like, really, bro? You're being a buzzkill. A
Bro, okay, there
buzzkill.
was a Christian rapper that did a cover of She Will by
Mm-hmm.
Drake. Fuck, she was doing, or the guy was doing in the song, instead of saying She Will, the song was called, Anthony made me listen to it. The song was called She Won't.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I'm like, that sounds so fucking negative, not gonna lie. She won't, she won't, she won't. Like, maybe she won't. Like, what the fuck, man? That's just,
Well,
like,
I will commend him. We got NF off of him.
dude,
NF,
I like NF, bro. I
is,
like that guy.
he's originally a Christian rapper, I think.
I didn't know that, man.
He's originally a Christian rapper,
He's
but
got a lot. He got a few bangers, bro. Not gonna lie.
uh,
So, but yeah, man. I feel like that's the only probably negative person, other than when I was friends with Zach. At
oh,
times he can be very negative. You guys already know how our thoughts about Zach is, and he's actually still alive, bro. I thought he died, honestly.
I know.
CJ's like,
I do got one.
I gotta tell you, though. I gotta tell you, bro. I saw a fucking snap. I'm still friends with him on Snapchat. He posted on Snapchat. Election day that passed. Oh, I voted. Make sure you guys go and vote. And I'm like, he's alive? Like, what the hell? I thought he died by then. Because he thought he's a big alcoholic, man. We thought that. I mean, CJ thought he was dead. I thought he was dead too. But that guy is still alive and well, man. I'm surprised. It's been like years since I talked to him. Crazy, dude.
Oh, remember this guy? Hi guys, it's me. Hey, Bri, you want to go up to, South Street from Peter guys to Family Guy? Remember who I am? It rhymes with Maeve. Dave.
Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck. I think that was the very first time we actually mentioned his name on this podcast.
Well, yeah.
Because we actually, I
can't,
feel like we were trying not to say his actual name,
we
but
can't. Well, actually, I didn't even say his real name.
until now.
No, he goes by a totally different name. That's just a nickname for him.
Oh shit, I didn't even know that, dude. Wow, I learned something new today.
Yep.
Learned something new on this week's episode of So Yesterday.
Yep.
You live and you learn every day, so
Always living and learning on here.
yeah, dude.
Facts.
Nah, man, but I thought of that guy, dude. When I first met him, I was like, yeah, I think there's something wrong with this guy mentally.
Mom said.
I mean, I felt like I didn't when I like the very few times I hung out with him, which was not a lot. I honestly felt like, oh god, I was actually having bad vibes the moment. I don't know. I don't think I told you or anything, but I was just like, I think I remember saying, I think it was to you or Matt. I said, I don't really trust Dave. Not gonna lie, or that guy. So
Yeah.
so and he ended up being nothing but trouble. So in the end, so I guess I was right.
You were. Sure.
Because remember the time when it was me, you,
Nah.
CJ, Matt at Matt's house.
Oh yeah. You talk about the time our medicine is something our medicine.
Yeah.
Yeah, because me and Matt, we had just got done counting our medicine, and I swore we had more in there, and I swear that dude, I think he stealing some of our medicine that day.
Yeah, dude.
We counted. Me and him, we got us up there double counting back and forth, left and right, and what's so stands out that whole day is 5, 6, 7 seconds later, he always walks by the door. And I kept telling Matt, bro, homeboy is doing something. Because why is he always there when we leave? And that's like, I don't know. I don't want to go point fingers, but dude, it's something's not adding up here. So
Yeah.
I got fed up and I just took my stuff. I'm like, hey, look, it's not going down like this, homie.
No, it's not going down like this. No. I mean, shit. I was defending Matt. I wasn't defending Dave. I was defending. I was on Matt's side when I found out later.
Yeah,
But yeah, man. But friends like that, dude. I mean, shit. He was considered our friend from the beginning. When that, but over time, man, shit. You just learn, and you think you can trust him. You think you can trust people. You know, like your friends. You're supposed to trust them with everything. Well, pretty much everything. So yeah, and in the end, over time, man, we just looked the other way. He thought that we'd look the other way and not care about what he's doing. But if it affected somebody, man, then that's an issue. That's a big issue.
yeah.
Like if he does something, man, and it does affect somebody in a negative way, then honestly, in my personal opinion, man, that's pretty fucked up if you ask me. So
The problem is, like, that's why I was so iffy on having new people in the group in general because, like, we went all that time period, nobody was ever in the group. It would stayed like us.
it would stay tight knit. Yeah.
Yeah, I always thought there was a reason why we just had a tight knit group. And, we start adding all these new people in the group, and more problems came out of this whole crap. And thinking back at it now, obviously there's a reason why we went for all that crap, but we'll never know the full reasons why we went for all that stuff. But, you know, obviously, parents start thinking things about the kids, and because all we went through all this stuff now, so parents form opinions about kids afterwards. And that's always how it goes. Parents start chatting, parents start talking. It's bull crap. But there's always learning experiences from all these things.
Yeah, man. As I said earlier, you live and you learn every damn day of your life, man. Live and you learn.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we can only hope.
Well, oh yes, dude. Of course. Well, I feel like we hit that topic on the head pretty well. Let's talk about the next segment. Let's talk about betrayal, man. I know in friendships betrayal can happen, dude. So, what are your thoughts on that?
I'll tell you right now. For those of you who don't know, betrayals falls under the category of disloyalty, and it's an act when somebody straight up. A good example for betrayal is when somebody tells you're gonna do one thing and winds up hurting you in the process, or somebody goes around telling secrets about you, and you tell that person, "Do not tell the secret," and you find out they've been spreading rumors about you. That's betrayal. But I'm not gonna waste my time on all that stuff. Um, so my thoughts on betrayal is like most things. When it's not right, it's not right. I mean, I've had a lot of experiences with people who betrayed me, and how I've handled it. Most times when it's mature, like when I've handled stuff maturely, I distance myself from them. I won't talk to them no more. I mean, I try not to get impulsive about it, and try to take care of it myself because that never works in my favor. But for the most part, betrayal sucks. It hurts not you, but it can hurt people around you if it's more than one person involved in the betrayal act. Um, Obviously, I know you experienced betrayal. I experienced betrayal because I got caught up in an act of when former friend, now not alive presently, but it was an act of betrayal. It was a real messy situation I was involved in with, but I think the best way to describe betrayal is this: betrayal. is going to happen. But afterwards, how you deal and handle betrayal is what matters the most. So, how you choose to react to it and how you handle it really defines your character. Because if you don't handle it a certain way, you might come out as the loser in the end. So, that's something I picked up out of all the times I've been betrayed. Now, I've also, sadly, done my share of betraying people as well. So I'm not proud of it, but there was a time in high school when I broke the bro code. And, but it's kind of funny you say I broke the bro code because I got permission from this guy, okay,
Of
to
course.
take his sister out on a date. But he still swears up and down I broke the bro code. Now, where it falls as me breaking the bro code, I guess you could say this, is when his sister winds up dating another friend of mine. Yeah, this is breaking bro code. Because what happened was I texted this girl off of his phone. She responded back to me off the phone, smiling, giggling, all that crap. And it just got very, very messy. Because now, it just is bad. So I'm trying not to name names here. I'm trying real hard. So, okay, Beatty, and I'll say Rake Up. And, I Lon, I asked Lon for permission to take out Lady. And he straight up, said, yeah, sure, man, do whatever. And, I just so happened to be at Lake Up's house that day. And we're sitting on the couch, and that's when I sent the text to Lady. And she responded back, and she's like, sure. Now, Lake Up messed up because he's sitting there playing the Xbox 360 Call of Duty game the whole time. And I said, hey man, aren't you gonna talk to Lady? So it took a while for me to actually think about actually doing anything because I sat there and debated it for a couple of minutes. I didn't just act on it. But long story short, I end up just getting the girl's number off of Lake Up's phone because she texts me. Because this is where he messes up at. He actually lets me text her off his phone. We were sitting there texting back and forth for a minute. So I'm thinking this guy is too trusting. But that's high school me, right? And I'm
Yeah,
thinking I
man, of course.
could have been way more better back then. So long story short, we end up dating, blah blah blah, and eventually it does not work out because it gets too awkward, and betrayal happens, all that stuff. It eventually becomes history. So, the moral of the story is, don't date your best friend's sister. It will never work out or play in your benefit. Just don't break the bro code. I had to learn the hard way. Even though I may think I didn't do anything wrong, it obviously caused something to go wrong. So that's betrayal at its best form. Anyway, let's just keep going on, moving on. Let's move on. Keep the show going on, flow. I'm sorry for that tangent there. Hopefully, somebody can take some story from that boring story I just told. Yeah.
Oh shit, man. Well, you really didn't go off on a tangent in that one, man. But that was a very, very, very good example, in my opinion, that you said about betrayal. So, well, for me, D-Just, betrayal. I'm trying to think now. Now, nowadays, if I was the one who betrayed somebody, I can't think of any experiences, man. I mean, off the top of my head at the moment. So,
I could think of
of
one.
betrayal.
Riverfront. Yeah.
What was that?
Riverfront.
What?
Riverfront.
Oh shit! 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 Well, now that you brought that up, I have not told this story to at all until yesterday, and I might as well go ahead and explain the details of who I did it to. And before I get into that, just letting you guys know that I'm still friends with this guy to this day, and he still brings it up every so often, just to say how much it upset him and how much that I should have done it. But I'm just letting you guys know that this person I betrayed is the one and only. Wait for it. Drum roll. CJ.
Yeah. Talk
I
about
betrayed CJ
it. Yeah.
on Riverfront when it happened when I was 15 years old in high school. Tell the story right now. So it was a Friday evening during the fall in probably September or something.
We
It was a day. Actually, no. I think it was before school started that year. I think it was in August. Before school started. Because before then, we'd always go to football games every Friday when Safeties played. So it had to have been the August. But I don't remember exactly. But I know we were 15. I remember it was before I started driving. And I remember
stood here.
CJ's mom or CJ's parents coming and picking me up and taking him down the riverfront because it used to be rocking on the river every
Yeah.
single Friday down in good old Cuyahoga Falls, Ohio. So they don't have that anymore, sadly. They got rid of it, but that I know of. So fact check me on that. But yeah, we used to go down there and just hang out, walk around and whatnot. And it was me and CJ. And this was before I became friends with you, D-Just, by the way. Keep in mind. So I know it was me and CJ one that evening, just walking around talking. We walk back and forth down what is called Front Street now that they made a road. It was before they put a road in. So we would just be able to walk down an old street that wasn't like drivable at the time. So we used to walk back and forth and whatnot, just hang out and talk about, what, life or whatever. Because, being 15 years old, man, I mean, I was very immature. I didn't know much about life. And long story short is we went down to this fountain and I sat down, we were talking, and all of a sudden, a group of these kids, there had to have been at least 5 or 6 of them, just happened to gang up on CJ for whatever reason. And I don't know how the hell this happened or what got them to want to fucking do this, but they decided to try to use all their strength to push CJ into the fountain. Like they were pushing him, like there were 6 of them, and he was holding his ground like this, like he was like fucking strong. I don't know if he was doing football at the time, but these kids had to have been like at least maybe 12 years old, maybe 10 to 12 years old or something, maybe 13, maybe a few years younger than us, but they were just using all their strength to push CJ into the fountain for whatever reason. I don't remember what was said, man, but fuck. I remember, and I just stood there and I didn't do anything. I let them fucking hit on CJ. Eventually, so CJ basically got jumped, and I just stood there and did nothing. I betrayed CJ that very moment. I was not being a very good friend because I didn't have his back. I could have been like, "Hey, get off of him," and pull those guys off. But I was afraid I was going to get punched in the face.
could have threw your shoe. You could have did anything.
I could have did something, man. But I betrayed CJ. I really did betray him, and to
So,
this day, he brings up it. And they basically assaulted CJ. And I remember the police coming down and asking if we had any descriptions of the characters because they ran off. CJ basically said to him, and CJ can fact check me on this if this is what he said, but I feel like he said, "Get the fuck off me" or something. I don't think he said that, but fact check me on that. So yeah, so that was the moment, probably the only moment in life I betrayed a friend, and it was not right, dude, of me to do that. And I just fucking hated myself the moment. I mean, I didn't have CJ's back, and he'd always bring it up. We'd be like, "Oh yeah, remember that one time rear front where you let me get jumped?" I'd be like, "Yes, CJ, I know. You're still bringing that shit up. 15 years later. 15 years later."
hey man, sometimes it takes a long time to forgive people.
I mean, yeah, man, but I'm 30 right now. 15 years ago, man, that happened.
Yeah,
15 years ago. It sounds like ages ago at this point. I mean, I feel like I'm old as hell saying that. So,
times.
I mean, he still brings it up. I mean, we're still really good friends to this day. He just likes to bring it up because he knows how much it irritates me. I'm like, CJ, you're not over that. You still have that grudge that you're still mad about that 15 years later. Like, I know, I don't blame him for being upset, dude. I don't blame him one bit. But I mean, I hated it, man. I hated it, man. After the whole time, after it happened, dude, I just didn't like betraying him, dude. And I didn't feel like I was a really good friend that day, that evening, of betraying him like that and letting him get beat up. I mean, I don't want to, I mean, I'm not really a fighter. You guys know, the listeners and viewers, so yesterday, I don't like to pick fights. I'd rather solve issues with words. I'm not a fighter. I'm more like a pacifist. So I don't want to fucking get into a fist fight with somebody, you know, over some silly shit, if they think that's going to solve their problems, is by fucking physical beatings. I highly disagree with that. And that's just how I feel about that situation. But
Yeah, man.
end of the story, man. Moral is don't betray your friends. I mean, like I said, I was not a good true friend. A true friend has their back no matter what happens. And I felt like I didn't do that with CJ when that happened. I just stood there and just let it play out. And surprisingly, CJ was able to, stand his ground by himself. But he gave me shit for it after it happened. And it's like, yeah, I wasn't a good friend. So,
Not a word.
like I said earlier, man, you live and you learn. You live and you learn through, stuff that happens, mistakes you've made.
Yeah.
So,
Facts, man.
yeah, man. And I just, like I said, I was very upset after it happened, and I wasn't a good friend. And I learned something that day, I learned that you always got to have your friends back, no matter what. Physical altercations, if you have to get physical with somebody, fucking get physical with somebody. I'm not going to be stand back in the corner, just being like, oh, this is not my problem. My friend can handle himself. Like, that is, like, not something a good friend would do. So,
All I know is CJ came to school the next day, and he walked up to me, and he's like, I just asked him, "Yo, what happened to your face, bro?" And he's like, why don't you go ask fucking Cody? Let me get fucking jumped. I'm like,
he did get jumped.
I'm
Jumped
over
at Riverfront, man.
there.
Good old Cuyahoga Falls, Ohio.
Very, 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 ugh, whatever I can't say what I want to say right now, but I very clearly because everybody's looking at you sideways. They're looking at you very weird that day you walked in the building. Remember that?
Yeah, dude.
You know all the weird looks you were getting?
Yeah, I was getting weird looks. Yep.
Because by then, Besser found out, Tyrell found out, Denzel found out, like the whole
Yeah.
football team by then found out because CJ was a football player.
Yeah.
It's like, he's like, well, somebody knock some sense to that motherfucker right over there.
Bro, that was so embarrassing. Jeez.
Yeah, I was just like, whoa, like,
Bro, I don't think I was friends with you yet.
no, I heard about you. We weren't
Yeah.
like, we never really like,
It was my sophomore year of high school. So
Yeah. Like, because you're in my brother's class, right?
Yep. Yes, dude. Correct.
Yeah. So, let me think. I would have been like junior, maybe. Yeah, I would have been junior. Yeah. Yeah.
You had to. If I was a sophomore, you had to have been a senior that day, year.
Junior. Junior.
You weren't a senior? That's weird.
Oh,
2010?
yeah.
No, no, shit. This wasn't. I think this happened when I was a freshman. You could have been a junior. I think this happened in 2009, so 16 years ago.
Yeah.
Or
See,
no,
go
I'm doing
by.
the right math, right? Yeah, 16 years ago. Yep. Well, 14. Happened when we were 14. So yeah, you graduated in 2010. I graduated in 2012. You were a junior. So at the time. So
Yeah, that's crazy.
I know, crazy. I know. Make this feel old as fuck. It makes me feel old as fuck, but
You feel kind of old too, a little bit, but hey, look.
it
Oh,
is what it is, man. Like I
yeah.
said, you live
Hey,
and you learn. You
I was
live and
there. I was
you
there.
learn.
You got that first work too. I was like, okay. Yeah, you got some crazy moments, bro.
Bro, high school was just a train wreck, bro. To me, my high school life was just my high school experience was not like everyone else's. That's for sure.
Hey, look, I like the fact that we were able to go to high school, experience all these together. We got all these stories we can tell for days.
I love it, man. That's why we're friends, man. I mean, we can share anything and not be ashamed. It's like I'm glad we're friends, bro. I'm glad we're best friends, I should say.
Facts, bro. Facts.
Facts, dude. And that's why I feel like this episode was a very good one to let the listeners know how important friendship is. And, betrayal can happen, and sometimes betrayal can be unavoidable because it might not be your fault.
Nope.
Someone might feel some certain way about you and you try to fix it and it's like you can't
It
do
does
anything about it. So
sometimes people just like to talk shit behind your back, and instead of being a man to talk to you in front of your face, they decide to do some sneaky shit and talk behind your back. So sometimes you gotta flex your shit and just get on a podcast, do an episode, and let them know what's up. What's up?
facts, dude.
Oh,
Facts, dude. Fucking
facts,
fact. I love
yo.
it, dude.
You
I
know how
fucking
it is.
love it.
I had to talk my shit.
Hey, man, like you said in the beginning of the episode, so yesterday is a safe space. We're not gonna be. I'm not gonna judge you for what you say, man. Like I said, no filter on this episode, man. You can say pretty much whatever the hell you want to say,
Yes, sir.
and that's what makes So Yesterday great. That's what
There you
makes this show unique.
Yes, we add flair. And we're very creative with the way we approach things. We think
Facts,
outside.
dude. Facts, bro.
We've been around for a second now. It's like, it's,
Over two
we're
years now, dude. Over 2 years.
very strong at this point.
Yeah, man. Couldn't have
Yeah.
said that better myself. That's for sure.
Yep.
Facts, dude. Facts.
Don't we got like one more topic or something like that?
No, that's all I got on here, dude. Was betrayal was the last one.
Oh, so did you want to do like a quick little quiz game or something like that?
Yeah, man. Let's do it.
Yeah. Right. Okay. Let me think here. Last time we did a quiz game, we did like rank the most beautiful woman in the world, something like that. I think. What you feel like ranking this week?
Well, we could do some rankings, or we can do some from Ranker.com. I mean, I
Yeah.
got a lot of stuff pulled up.
Okay.
We could talk about weird history. We could talk about unscripted lifestyles. Like they got something on here. Oh, I lost it. Where'd it go? This is called what everyday acronyms actually stand for and where they come from.
All right. Let's do that.
Okay, so this is interesting, dude. Number one on here is SNAFU. I've never heard of that in my entire life until now. SNAFU stands for Situation Normal, All Fucked Up. And this is how it origined, dude. As slang used in the U.S. military during World War II, SNAFU was likely in circulation by 1941. It is defined by the Oxford Dictionary as an expression conveying the common soldier's laconic acceptance of the disorder of war and the ineptitude of his superiors. Fouled is a less vulgar word used to stand for F. So instead of saying fucked up, all fouled up. Have you heard of that before, dude? I have not.
No.
Interesting acronym right there, man. I learned something new today. I don't know about you guys, so yesterday, but
We
that's
all learn something today.
great. You learn something every day, man.
We do.
Well, the next word is the QR code. You guys know about the QR code. You know you scan with your phone, right?
Right.
Have you ever thought of what the meaning of that acronym stands for? I actually have not.
Oh.
So what the QR code stands for is a quick response code.
Okay.
And it originated by some guy named Masario Hara in 1994 as a way to convey information. The employee of Desmo Wave realized a QR code was more efficient than a barcode because it could hold more data and allow for a quicker response as a result. Because you know how nowadays they have a QR code you could scan with your phone to pull some information up?
Yeah.
Honestly, man, I never really thought about the origin, and I had no idea that originated back in 1994, man. 30
cool.
years ago, dude. When I was born in 94, dude. 30 years ago.
94, baby. Okay.
Got that. We're millennials, man.
Yeah.
Look, we're millennials. Yay. Rock on.
One.
Make us sound old as hell now.
Yes.
All right, the next one is scuba. You guys know what scuba scuba gear is, right? But did you know that it actually is an acronym for something? Not actually a word. Acronym stands for Self-Contained Underwater Breathing Apparatus.
All right.
And it originated by, basically the word scuba was first used in 1952 by U.S. Major Christian L. Lamberston when he patented his free-swimming oxygen rebreather. 9 years later, Jacques Cousteau, I can't pronounce that, but invented a similar device. As a result, he also credited as inventing scuba. Interesting, dude.
That is very
wow. Wow, dude. Wow, there's a lot of these acronyms on here that I never know the meaning of. Like shit, zip code.
Ooh.
Zip code stands for Zone Improvement Plan Code.
Yeah.
The U.S. Postal Service implemented zip codes to identify specific locations to deliver mail. The codes were introduced in 1963 and allowed for maximizing efficiency and eventually automated sorting and distribution practices. Interesting. I didn't know that zip stood for something, dude. Like, all these acronyms on here, I didn't realize they were acronyms. I thought they were just words. Isn't that crazy, man?
It's always crazy learning new things, I'll tell you that much.
Wow, dude. Okay, this is an interesting one. Apparently, SOS stands for nothing. You know how you say the word SOS?
Yeah, we're saying somebody help me.
Despite assertions that SOS means save our ship or save our souls, the Morse code has no specific meaning. The application of those terms is what's called a backronym. The use of SOS came in 1906 after the International Radio Telegraphic Convention decided which Morse code sequence would be used by seafarers to signal being in distress. Okay, I learned something new today. I thought SOS did mean something, but it doesn't mean anything, dude.
Dang, I learned something new today, too.
Well, I'm liking this ranker, man. They got some interesting stuff on here. I thought this would be good for this episode as a good, fun way to end it. So I'm going to go down because a lot of this stuff I know. Oh my God, bro. They got YOLO on here. YOLO! Bro, you were YOLOing back in 2012, dude. Good times, man.
Ha ha ha! Yes, I
Remember
was.
the times we'd always be like, YOLO, you only live once.
Hey, no, look, we couldn't get in the car without putting on that song first. Nobody said nothing. We gotta get a song going.
Bro, that was our shit back then, dude. I loved it. YOLO.
I live once, so tomorrow will be old. We out every day, every day, every day.
Have you
Oh,
ever heard the word FOMO, dude?
ugh. Nope,
You haven't heard of FOMO?
not yet.
I didn't know what FOMO meant. For those who don't know what FOMO is, it stands for fear of missing out.
Oh, it's a good one.
FOMO was introduced as a way of expressing one's anxiety about missing something they'd
Oh,
seen on social media. First used in 2004, it's likely to be followed by actions to make up for said missing out. I didn't know about FOMO, dude. I had no idea that was a thing. Like,
mm.
people actually have fear of missing out on something.
Oh, yeah, a lot of people like that.
I don't have FOMO. Do you have FOMO?
It depends on the day.
That depends on the day.
Facts.
I love it, man. Well, they
But
got a lot of more acronyms. I just went through about I went through about 7 of the 25. I don't want to bore you guys with all 25 of these on ranker.com. So shout out to ranker.com for
down to
giving
regular.
us information. But I think that was a really good segment, man. I learned a lot of stuff about those acronyms, man. I really didn't think about learning today. So
Oh yeah,
I hope
yeah.
you guys, of So Yesterday listeners and viewers, hope you guys like that little segment we just did at the end, and hope you guys learned something new because I learned something new. You learned something now, GG Just. So,
And real
yeah, man.
quick, dun, dun, dun. If you enjoyed today's episode, then we just want to take a quick shout out to www.elijahjustice.com. Elijahjustice.com provides all the cool, unique streetwear, clothing, anything you want. Go to www.elijahjustice.com and they will hook you up. As we always say, True. Thank you for
As
tuning
I
in.
always say, thank you guys for tuning into this week's episode. This has concluded season 5, episode 6 of So Yesterday, and we are always glad to have you guys with us along for this ride. We appreciate you guys tuning in. No matter if you're tuning in, listening to us on audio only on Spotify, or watching our YouTube videos, supporting our YouTube channel, or any other way that you listen to us. We really appreciate you guys tuning in every week and supporting us. Your support means a lot to us. And honestly, without you guys and support, we wouldn't have this platform, is what I always say. And before we get into what you guys say, do just, I'm going to end this episode by saying my quote is what I always say: live every day to the fullest until the day you die. Hug your loved ones. Tell them you love them. Talk to them. Because you never know when their time will be up, man. Live every day to the fullest. Live like, tomorrow's not promised. So take it away, dude. Just.
And what I'm going to tell you guys today is 2 parts. 1, respect your elders, love one another, treat everybody the way you want to be treated, and most importantly, don't chase people, chase your dreams. And most importantly, you've been listening and tuning into So Yesterday, So Yesterday, So Yesterday, So Yesterday, So Yesterday, So Yesterday.
Yeah. Woo! Love it, man. I love it. And with that being said, guys, we'll be back next week for episode 7. So I hope you guys are going to be tuned in. We got another good episode in store for you guys next week. So next Saturday we'll be doing this. So hope you see you guys there, and hope you guys listen because we got another good episode coming for you next week. So until then, have a good weekend. Hope you guys are having a good time. Day. Be positive. Be happy. Think positive, good vibes only. You'll make it. If you're going through something, we're there for you. We want you to be happy, and we support you no matter what. Yeah, man. So that's all I gotta say. So without further ado, till next time, peace out. Peace out, man. Peace out.